river that we call the sweet forever, and we only reach that shore by faith's decree. One by one we'll gain the portals, there to dwell with the immortals.
Well, Christmas is less than 2 weeks away. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Hopefully. Now, I know that there's some people who say, I don't care when Christmas is, I don't celebrate it anyway. And then you have to figure out, well, is that they don't celebrate it because they're Jewish, or they don't celebrate it because they're atheists, or they don't celebrate it because they think it's a pagan holiday. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Vatican. Here's what happened. It says, Jonathan to the masters of Israel, servants of the true God. In obedience to your order, I met with 2 men who said they were shepherds and were watching their flocks near Jerusalem. Now, these are 2 of the shepherds giving their account of what happened that night. This commotion that occurred within this experience, this spiritual experience, and also very reality they experienced. They told me that while attending to their sheep, the night being cold and chilly, some of them had made fire because that was heavily populated by the Edomite Jews. But he could walk safely in the land of Galilee. And so they traveled back to Galilee, or back to Nazareth, which is in Galilee, and which is about 75 miles north of Jerusalem. And except for a brief moment, just a brief sentence in Luke chapter 2, verse 49, where Christ comes into the temple. You know, I mean, he didn't present himself with a lot of flashy attire. Doesn't have anything to do with the fact that it said, well, he was ugly. He was a man just like every other man of Israel, and there's nothing about him that stood out in the fact that he did not portray himself in a flashy manner. And I believe that's what it refers to. Now, I heard a speaker say a number of years ago, Hyman Appleman, you can guess his the Lamb of race God who takes away the sins of the world. Those 18 years is a story in itself. We're going to talk about that some next week. Again, from the Archival volumes, Pontius Pilate made a report to Julius Caesar about the events that occurred at that time. And this is part of that report. Among the various rumors that came to my ears, there was one in particular that attracted my attention. A young man, it was said, had appeared in Galilee, preaching with a noble unction, a new law, with black beards and tawny complexions. So, we're here entering this Christmas season. And we hear all kinds of stories and all kinds of things about the Christ and the Nativity. And yet we fail to realize there were very real events taking place. There was very real fears, apprehensions, and very real commotions and concerns. Did the city really light up that day in Bethlehem, as the Archival volumes say? I don't see why not.